Time for another beer review. It's Friday challenge time. This is Friday challenge number 33, and this week's challenge has been set by subscriber to the channel Nelson12234, and it's Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. I was asked to do this, so I went to B&M's to get it, and when I was in there I noticed that they had two variants of the same beer. So like when I did the Stormtrooper one a couple of weeks back on Friday challenge, I've picked up both. So we have Guinness Foreign Extra Stout that was brewed in Dublin in Ireland. This is 7.5% in a 650ml bottle. And we have the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout that was brewed in Nigeria. Same ABV, 7.5%. This is in a 600ml bottle. So they were both £2.99. So if you're wanting quantity over quality straight off the bat, the Dublin one is better value. But you know, it's all about what's inside that counts. I think it's a good price for a strong beer and a good size bottle for it. So let's get them out and we'll see what we get. First off though, I took some details about the beers off Untapped from the description in the bio, because there is a slight difference to the brewing process in both. So the bottle from Dublin, so the easiest way to remember which one's which is the one with the yellow foil on is the Nigerian variant. So the ingredients are water, malt, barley, roasted barley, hops and yeast. And in the Nigerian one, the ingredients are water, sorghum, malt, barley, roasted barley and hops. Now, according to Untapped, sorghum is an approved plant by the Nigerian government that grows better than barley, so they tend to use this. Now, according to the bio, it said that they're trying to promote sorghum. It grows better than barley does, so they ship in a Guinness flavour extract from Ireland. So they extract barley malt and roasted malt, and it's added to a ratio of 1:49 in a locally brewed pale beer. And that is, so there is a difference in the brewing process. So we'll see which one I prefer. So there were my notes, just so I didn't forget, so we can get rid of that now. I don't do notes normally, so there, it's them gone. So let's get these out. So the one on my right is the Dublin, and the one on my left is Nigeria. So Nigerian crown is that, and the Dublin crown is that. So there you go, difference there. Right, let's get these out. Just on the subject of Guinness, I have done Guinness before on a Friday challenge. I was asked once to do Guinness versus Guinness and blackcurrant, so you can see my thoughts on regular Guinness in my Friday challenge playlist, and I will add this beer to my Friday challenge playlist amongst with all the other Friday challenges that I've done. So we have two knobhead pours straight off the bat. Great start there, two lovely knobhead pours. Right, so Nigerian beer. Head-wise, that looks more like a tighter compact bubbles on the Dublin one with a creamier looking head. They're both black with a red hue in them at the bottom. There is actually more of a red hue in the Nigerian one. The red hue is closer to regular Guinness, I would have said. That one, the Nigerian one, has more spacious compact bubbles. It is a slightly lighter variant on the head colour, whereas the head colour on the Dublin one looks a lot creamier. This one looks more like a whipped up ice cream. So the nose, Nigerian. Sweet, roasted malt, mainly there's like a toffee note in there, slight mineral notes, a little bit metallic on the Dublin. Roasting malt is a lot more profound on it. Hint of like chocolate. But yeah, that one smells more sweet, whereas this one smells more of a roasty on the nose. Right, let's dive in and get the taste. So this is the Nigerian one. Cheers, everybody. Wow, that's nice, really nice. So what I was getting on the nose is sweet toffee, metallic. Thankfully, the metallic notes aren't there. I'm getting a thick body. It's moderately carved. There is slight roasting malt. There's a little bit of toffee in the back end and a hint of licorice. I'm getting like raisins, like a Christmas cake kind of vibe thing that's going off on it. The ABV is well hidden, but the roasting malts are really coming out on it. There's a subtle smokiness in the aftertaste. Yeah, a little bit of like pipe tobacco. All in all, that is a really good stout, and I'm really pleased with it. I've had this one before. I should have said, I always say on my videos if I've had them before. I have had this version before once, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I've never had this version before, so just so that there's no people are thinking impartiality. People don't think, oh, he's got his favourites. It's right. Let's go in with the Dublin one. Go again. The flavours are completely different. That one, the body's slightly thinner and probably slightly less carbonated than the Guinness one. It is sweeter. The roasted malt isn't as profound, and there's a slight berry note. There is a little bit of that raisin vibe. There is a slight smokiness there, but this is sweeter, whereas this one's seems to have a fuller, thicker body with a lot more of like properties that I would associate with a Christmas cake, raisins kind of thing. They are there slightly, they're just not as big as what they are in the Nigerian one. This one tastes richer, but this one I can kind of taste the booze a little bit more in this one. So, but the licorice is also coming out in both. I like both, but I prefer this one by a mile. I just think the body is fuller and it's a little bit more complex. It just seems to have bigger, more profound flavours. I say a little bit more smokier, and the raisins are coming out more. So if I had a favourite, I would go with the Nigerian over the Dublin. Prior to trying the Nigerian one, I would have said that I would have bought this again. Now that I've had both, I wouldn't buy this again, because for me it feels like a poorer product to the Nigerian one. I don't know if it's the sorghum in it, I don't know what it is, but I'm not a brewer. But for me, this one's just a better beer. So if I was in Home Bargains, sorry, B&M, because I wasn't in Home Bargains, I was in B&M. And for those in Carlisle, I got this in Wigton Road B&M, because we've got about 4 or 5 in Carlisle. If I was in B&M and I was wanting a bottle of this, I would buy it again, but I would be checking to see that I was getting the Nigerian one. I wouldn't buy the Dublin one. That's just not to say it's not a bad beer, but now that I've tried both, I couldn't go back to that one because I know the Nigerian one's better. I just feel like I was drinking a slightly inferior product. but all in all, 2 decent beers. I've really enjoyed the challenge. Keep the challenges coming, just fire them in the comments, any beers you'd like me to do, and I'll see what I can do. Obviously in lockdown, you know, it's a little bit challenging trying to get in places. You shouldn't be going in shops unless you really need to, but I'll see what I can do. I've got a couple of weeks lined up anyhow. So thanks for watching, and stay safe, and on to the next one.